Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kimberly.
I'm Albert.
And we are the
Mensas.
Mensas. My husband is here, guys. You guys have been asking about him. You've been wanting to see him. He's here. Oh my word. I'm so excited to have him on a video with me for the channel in regards to the Reese Mensa Foundation. This will probably be the only sit down video he ever does. We may do some later on, but yeah, so it's good to see you guys. So some of you have been asking, and we want to sit down and do an end of year video and talk about some of the things that we have done the past for 2021, 2022. So I know that's 2 years, but we've done a lot during that time. And those of you who have donated, we want to make sure that you know exactly where your dollars are going. I had to fix something there. That happens all the time when I'm doing a video, guys, you know it. So let's start with where we are. But first, thank you to all of you who have been giving us well wishes for our marriage. And our wedding was absolutely great. We had a vow renewal ceremony that was great. You guys saw that. Everything was great. But as you all know, while we're here and while I'm here, our purpose is to continue doing the work that we started. So just give you kind of a back flip, if you will. Originally, our focus was just autism originally. And if you remember, those of you who've been following me, and if you don't follow, please click subscribe and follow, please. And so you can get the updates whenever I post a video. My husband went out and found an organization. This was before we got married. Yeah. Do you remember what year? Was that 2020?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I can't remember. I know we've been in relationship with Hope Setters Autism Center for about 2 years now.
Yeah.
So it had to be 2020. Yeah, that he found it. I said, babe, I would like to kind of do a carryover. As you all know, we have Urban Families for Autism in Cincinnati that kind of caters to the greater Cincinnati area and those in Ohio. And we wanted to do something different, and I wanted to take it, international. And why not do it here in Ghana? So he found Hope Setters Autism Center. When we first found them, they had very little. And that was really a good time for us to step in and kind of help and be a part of what they were doing there, their programming, what have you. And so we just started sending food. That was during the pandemic. So it was 2020 because we provided food, PPE, cleaning supplies, things of that nature for them. And it was all because of donations that you all gave. So, as we talk, you will see some of the things we've done in the past. Here as I talk, you'll see this on the screen. And then they were able to move to another building. We visited them again in 2022, and we had visited them several times from 2020 to 2022. So we have been there several times, and each time we went, they were evolving. They were doing well. They were getting more sponsors. They were doing really well. So this trip, we decided at the end of 2022 and 2022, we had decided that we were going to start just focusing more on the other people in Ghana, specifically Winneba, and two families here in Tema, where we are. So you all had some questions about what we're doing and why we're doing this. So before we go into what we're doing, let's talk about why we're doing it. And I'm gonna have my husband kind of tell you why we picked Winneba, which is where he was raised, as a village to give back to.
We chose Winneba because that was where I was raised, and that was how I stayed growing up. So I know more about Winneba right there. And I feel that is cool for us, and then we can do more about that. They need more.
They need more. So that's the focus. That there's a need. There is a need. So there is, which is why we have been doing this campaign. But we are trying to raise $100,000 because we have work to do in Winneba. So before I go too far, so also let's talk about the two families that we identified here in Tema. Of course, my husband, of course, was also instrumental in identifying those families. So tell us why you chose the two families.
I've been in this community for like for 14 years, and then I've seen them, growing up, and then so I didn't need one. The lady that we talked about, Mary, her husband died, and then, like, even before that, there was nothing for them. So I felt like, okay, this is the time for me to help her. So that was for us to help her, and that was why I chose it. And then the other man also had he's a mason, but since because of the work is not really coming like it used to be, so he's kind of struggling, and then he wants to move to a new place because he's being he needs to leave where he's staying because that is not his house. So that's another reason why I chose him.
So pretty much in a nutshell, as he said, Mary's a widow and she has 6 children. Those of you know, you follow us, we have blessed her by doing different things around her home. My husband hired masons, and the mason who we're helping, the other person he talked about, was instrumental in helping Mary with her project. I didn't know this until recently. And then the mason, again, his family, they don't have a place to live, honestly. At the time, they had to move from where they were. So now they have a location that they can settle in. Yeah. So, but now they need help with construction of that area and food and clothing for the kids, things of that nature. So, and his wife is alive. He's not a widower, but his wife's alive, but she has to go out to Accra to work. And I need to give you guys a demographic. I need to let you know, like, the distance between the areas in Ghana. Ghana is a big place. It seems small on the map, but it's a big place. And to get from one place to another, it takes a long time to get there. And so instead of her coming all the way back home, she stays in Accra so she can continue working. He does work here and there. He grasped work like, like, for example, you may have seen also that he did some work here on our property, and that's how he's been trying to feed the kids. And he had a consistent job, but now Ghana, the economic climate for Ghana, which is why we're doing this, you guys. That's why you see me consistently putting stuff on my Facebook page, constantly putting things on our website and the Reese Mensa Facebook page. So this is what we're dealing with, and it's really, really a hard and challenging time right now for Ghana. So you can't help everybody, but you can identify 2 families, which is what we've done, and a village, and then we're going to go from there. We're doing our part. There's other organizations that are doing the same thing we're doing. We're doing a little differently because our focus, again, is education, self-care, and autism. So in the village, we're building going forward. In the village, we met with the villagers. You all saw that. We met with the chief. And let's talk about that a little bit. How do you think that went, and how do you feel like they welcomed us?
That went well because I didn't expect to meet the chief himself like that very day, because on a normal day, Saturdays is like for funerals, and but he took time to speak with us and then told us what they wanted, like what they know would help the village and everything. So I think that was a good time meeting them.
Yeah. That was special. So you guys, here in Ghana and Africa in general, but here in Ghana, funerals and weddings and naming ceremonies are just big things, and funerals are very big things, and Saturdays are usually where funerals happen. And there was a funeral that he had just done, and he took his time, and there were other chiefs, I think it was co-chiefs, or they came as well, and we were just surprised. We were just there to deliver the food that you guys donated. All the rice and the toothpaste and the mackerel and the oil that you all donated, we brought there. And we were just going to donate, say, here you go. We love you guys. We'll be back. See you soon. No, they wanted to have an actual meeting. So we had a meeting with them right then. And then we came back and had a more official and formal meeting. And that is when the chief said, okay, we like you. We give you our blessing. Here's the land you can have. We'll take care of part of it. you have to take care of the other part. So we still have to come up with the money to pay for our portion of the land, so we can go ahead and build the center. So again, the at Hope Setters, we've provided PPE, we've provided food, and we've helped with school supplies for her programming for autistic children. Also in Kokropate, we under the Rose Fund, we talked about the Rose Fund. There's 3 areas: autism, self-care, and under self-care is the program Rose Fund, which is named after my mother. And the Rose Fund, we were able to, my husband and our driver identified, I think it was 15 women, right? 20 women.
Yes,
it was 20, yeah. I got to look at the video, and I said, okay, we're gonna do it. This is a budget for each woman. We came up with a budget, and then we met them. They looked beautiful. I'm sure you guys have seen that video as well. And I was able to sit and talk with them, and I had interpreters. And these women are of the tribe, they're Ga. So my husband is Fanti, but the women in Kokropate and those people in that area are Ga. And I feel like I'm not saying it right. Ga.
Yeah, Ga.
Ga. It's like I'm trying too hard. But, you know, he's helping me with Tree and learning the languages. And they were very, very appreciative. And I told them, I said, we're coming back. We're going to do more. And so we're excited that when we come back in April, I'm bringing more people with me, and we are going to do just that with those ladies as well. And you'll have an opportunity to give. So I'm going to tell you that later. And then the third part is here in Tema. The 2 families were identified. Their homes doing house repairs, providing school fees for the children and food, and this is for a year. Now we want to sponsor them for a whole year. There's a reason for that. We can sponsor them for years. We don't want to do that. The goal is to identify a family for a year, provide them what they need to help them get up. It's not that we're giving them stuff all the time. It's, okay, this is going to help you to get to the next level that you need to get to. Then we can pull back and then identify another family. So that's kind of how it's going. So 2 families per year. Right now it's Mary and the Mason, I'm going to say Emmanuel, that's not his name. Ishmael, something like that. I can't remember. Oh my gosh. Don't kill me. I'll type it in there. You'll see it. Anyway, these 2 families that we're sponsoring. And then once we're done with them, we'll move on to another 2 families. And so that's the goal. So how can you give, right? That's how you can give. How you can give is through our GoFundMe. And if you go to GoFundMe.com, put in Reese Mensa Foundation, and our campaign pops up just like that. I also provide the link here as well for you. You can give through Cash App, through Venmo, and through Zelle. I prefer not to use those because I would like for everything to kind of go through that. Also, if you want to write a check, the check will be made out to the Reese Mensa Foundation, care of Kimberly Reese. That's how it is on our bank account. That's how it's listed as our tax ID information. Again, everything that you give is tax deductible. So anything else you want to add, babe? Just thanking everybody for...
Yeah, I want to thank everybody so far for what you've done for the families, and then for, you know, believing in the goal to, you know, believing in Reese Mensa Foundation, and then donating. I think I want to say thank you to everybody. Yeah, that's what I want to say.
Okay. And so it goes a long way. Like, those of you may see, you'll see the video where we gave Mary food on several occasions, and just a little bit of a donation can go a long way, because it can feed her children for a week. You know, that sort of thing. There's also a businesswoman that I've asked to add to our. She owns a shop. She has a husband. Her husband had an issue where somebody stole his bike. Long story. So that was his way of providing. And she has a shop. Her shop is shut down now because shop workers, which are majority women, they can't afford to stay open because the prices are so high. So I'm asking a businesswoman to sponsor her for a year and provide sponsorship for her, connect with her, talk with her, have a relationship with her, and sow into her so that she can continue to run her business. So I've added that. Because I saw it was a need. I saw that while I was here this trip, and thought, okay, we've got to add that to our list. So although we've got 2 families, we have 1 shop owner, and the other person that we interviewed was a welder who had all of his stuff stolen too. So now I'm asking for a male person who maybe owns a manufacturing company to sponsor him, just 1 person. If you own a business, if you have a shop where you make you fix cars, maybe auto work or whatever, he's a welder and that's what he does. Most people do that in that industry. I'm asking someone to sponsor him. As a matter of fact, there's one gentleman who I know I'm going to contact, Dan Fluker. I'm calling you. I'm calling you. I know you can sponsor him for a year. So we're doing that. So we've got the families, the 2 business owners, and we have the village. So those are the areas and the things that we're doing. And again, autism is, as you all know, very important to us because, you know, I have kids with autism and that is where my heart is. And so I want to continue to do that. So like my husband said, thank you all so much for doing what you're doing, for donating. We appreciate it. We do not take it for granted. And also I'm glad my husband came on video today, guys. He's here. I can't believe it. He's like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. But it's important that you see both of us and that you see that we're doing this together. We are a team. We are Reese Mensa Foundation. And shout out to our awesome board. I just want to shout them out for a second. Mary Reed, Raven Simmons, Nee Darlington, and Tina Heddick. I just want to thank those are our board members. They come from diverse backgrounds, very educated people, and who also do the type of work we're doing. They have, they've done this before, so and they understand they can connect with us. So thank you all so much. Please continue to give. I did. Where's your hat?
I did.
You didn't put your hat on. Okay, so I just have to shout out Rivers Crossing Church just for a minute, and I want to shout out Montgomery Community Church. Okay, so we have built a relationship with these organizations. Rivers Crossing will be coming in April with us. In April, and we're going to come here. They're going to serve. They're going to help us do some projects. So shout out to them. Thank you for that, for bringing the people here to put hands on the ground and to connect with the people. And then John Price, who is the missions pastor director at MCC, we are going to benefit from Second Saturday Serve in February. Excited about that. I will post information about that as well as it comes about. So basically, we're going to be donating the same thing we've been doing: oil, water, mackerel, rice, and something else. I'm missing something else. And then we're going to mackerel. I said mackerel.
Okay.
And I feel like it's something else I'm missing: water, oil, rice, mackerel, and it was something else. But anyway, I'll put it there, and they're going to be collecting those items the second Saturday in February at Montgomery Community Church, 11251 Montgomery Road. And I think it starts at 9 a.m. and it goes to like 3. And you can come by, just drop those items off. Then we'll take those and we'll ship them here to Ghana. So, all right, guys. I know it's a lot of information. We want to make sure you guys heard from us for the end of the year and moving forward 2023. We're excited about the projects we have. We're hoping and believing, God, that we can get this building built, that we can provide the information and the services to the village through our resource center. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much, Reese's Pieces. Thank you so much for watching. Guys, have an awesome rest of your day. Have an awesome rest of your week. And I will see you next time. Bye. Bye.